Hey, subscribe to this channel and ring that bell. Because when you ring that bell, you get all my recipes right away as soon as they come out. Like today. Today's video is about being almost vegan and what that means, how to do it. And I look to these countries that are very healthy, like China, Japan. And what they do is they take a little bit of meat and they use that to flavor their dish. It's not so much that you're eating the meat, but the meat flavors the dish. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a little bit leftover lamb because I made lamb and I don't eat it all. I just eat a little bit just to flavor the dish. And what happens is I have a little bit left over. So I'm going to use the leftover. I got about 4 ounces of lamb here. I cubed it up. I'm going to use that leftover to flavor this dish. Now today's dish, very interesting, is risotto. Hey, you see those air quotations? Risotto. Because it's not a real true risotto. It's not risotto at all. It's actually a barley dish. But, you know, when I'm in the restaurant business, I couldn't say, put on the menu like a baked barley dish. I couldn't do that. I couldn't write baked barley. Baked barley and butternut squash. That's what this dish is. It's baked barley and butternut squash. Okay? Couldn't put that on the menu. No one would buy it. If they did buy it, it would be like a $12 to $15 menu item. Right? That's not good. But if I put down barley, hey, see the air quotes again? Barley, risotto, woo, that's $25, $30. It's risotto, baby. Now, to most people, they say, ooh, what an interesting risotto. It's not really risotto. Risotto is a type of rice. Barley is not risotto. So you cannot like really call it risotto, but you get away with it because, you know, we can do whatever we want, right? We're chefs, we're cool people. We can do whatever we want. It's not risotto. So please, you can make a comment, but don't take the risotto part too serious, okay? We call it barley risotto because to say baked barley, you don't get your money for it on the menu. Okay. Enough said. Let's get cooking already, okay? All right, so first I got to make the broth that I'm going to cook this barley in. This is how I do it. I got a nice pan here. I want to get that pan nice and hot. Okay, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Okay, now I have here about 4 ounces of leftover lamb. It was roasted, now it's diced. And what I want to do is I want to add this lamb. Hey, see how it's sizzling? Nice. I want to let it cook. Leave it alone. I want it to brown. Hey, if I brown this lamb, I'm going to have a delicious, rich flavor. That's what I'm looking for. So put it in the pan, leave it alone. Let it brown. Once it browns, then you can toss it around. Then leave it alone again. Let it brown some more. When it's brown on all sides, awesome. This could be a great flavor. Okay, I think it's brown on one side. Toss it a little bit. Let's brown it some more. Look at that. Look at that beautiful brown color. That's awesome. That's what you're looking for. Okay, it's pretty brown. It smells pretty good. So what I want to do now is add, I got 1 red onion I cut pretty small, right? Small dice. And let it get brown. Okay, the last thing we have to throw in, I have 6 cloves of garlic. I chopped pretty fine. Be careful with the garlic. You just want to toss it around a little bit. Don't let it get brown because it's going to get bitter. Okay, this smells, oh man, it smells good. Okay, we have 3 cups of vegetable broth. Hey, this is called wafting. Woo, it smells terrific. Wow, lamb and garlic and onion, fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna let this simmer about a half hour. I'm gonna taste a little piece of lamb. I wanna make sure it's tender. I don't want it to be like chewing on lamb like it's a rubber band. I want it to be nice and tender. So I'm gonna let it cook for about a half hour, and then that stock should be flavorful, and that lamb should be nice and tender. That's what you want. Beautiful. I'm gonna cover this and keep it on a low light. I just can't have barley risotto. Hey, see those air quotes? Risotto, baby. Okay, I just can't have barley risotto. I've got to make it interesting. What's going to make this interesting? The lamb's going to make it very interesting. But also, how about a butternut squash? Hey, that's awesome. Good flavor. Very good with the lamb. The lamb's a little gamey. The butternut squash is a little bit like sweet. Very nice. Very good. I'm going to use this stem, the stem part, the solid. This has the seeds in it. That bulb, it has the seeds in it. I use that for something else. I'm not going to throw it away. But the stem is nice and solid. I'm going to small dice it and then saute it and use it in the risotto. Hey, I did it again. Risotto. I love doing that. Okay, so let's cut this up. Okay, I cut that stem end from the bulb. Don't throw this out. It's good stuff. And what I want to do is just peel off the skin. Hey, the skin is pretty thick and tough, so you need a good solid peeler. And I peel it, and then once I peel it, I'll actually go around a second time. You see, it gets a little bit like darker, the flesh. I want to get through this pale flesh and get to the dark flesh. Okay, you can see, look, this is dark and this is very pale, right? You want it to peel it down to the dark flesh. Okay, then we got to cut it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut one slice first. And it's about 1/4 inch slices. Now I can put that cut side down and it won't move around too much. Then I can really slice it. Okay, and then I slice it again, all about 1/4 inch. Then I'm going to take 3 or 4 pieces at a time and cut them 1/4 inch. Hey, what you wind up with is a nice 1/4 inch dice. That's what I'm looking for. That's beautiful. Okay, I got about 15 minutes left on that broth I'm making, the lamb and the garlic and the onion. Woo, smells good in here. Really good. So I'm going to check in about 15 minutes or so, and we'll see how we're doing. Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay. Woo, that looks good. Smells delicious. Okay, now what I want to do is just take a little piece of the lamb. I just got to taste it. Very tender. Good. And this just smells terrific. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this broth with the lamb and everything into this measuring cup. This is the measuring cup I use for the vegetable broth. So I'm going to put it back into this measuring cup. Okay, now this should be right around 3½ cups. It gives you about 3 cups of liquid and about a ½ cup of like the diced onion, the diced lamb. That's about a ½ cup. So 3 cups liquid, ½ cup of the other stuff that's in it. Because you have to measure the liquid, because you're going to go 3 cups of liquid to 1 cup of barley. That's going to give you perfect risotto. Risotto. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of olive oil in there. Hey, remember this diced butternut squash? Throw that right in with the olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle about a quarter teaspoon of salt on top. I'm going to give this a nice little saute. Okay. This could get a little bit of color on it. I don't want it to be really brown, but a little bit of color is nice. It's going to bring out some nice richness to it. Hey, I just want to saute this so it gets a little bit of color. That's going to take about 2-3 minutes. That's all. Then we're going to add the barley to it. Okay, it's got a little bit of color. That's good enough. Not too much color. I'm going to turn the fire down to low and add the barley. I don't want to add the barley when the fire is high because you're going to burn the barley. I just give the barley a nice toss. Then we're going to add that broth back. And that broth smells delicious. You see how that broth is simmering so nice, right? We're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Get that barley going. And then we're going to stick it in the oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, this is the way I like to cook this. It's coming to a simmer now. Beautiful. And then I'm going to cover it and put it in the oven. Why? It's easy. It's not going to burn. Oven's on 350, preheated. So it's not going to burn. It's in a nice heavy casserole dish. And it's easy. I can put this in the oven about 40 minutes and go watch TV. Go take a shower. I think I'm going to shave. Yeah, take a nice hot shower and shave. It's wonderful. Well, then it's cooking. Let the oven do the work. That's what I always say. Okay, so we'll cover it, put it in the oven, and then I'm going to go take a shower, nice hot shower, shave. I'm going to pamper myself. That's what it's all about. Okay. Going to put this right in the oven. And forget about it for about 40 minutes. I'll see you then. Hey, I'm back. Nice shave. Wonderful. Hot shower and shave. Woo! I feel like a new man. Okay, now, here's the important part. Okay, I just took this out of the oven. And check it out. Woo! That looks beautiful. Hey, don't forget, give it a taste. You always got to taste. Make sure it tastes good. Mmm. That's delicious. Now, this isn't quite finished. We got to add some color to this, all right? What are we going to do? We got to add color, but we got to add a punch of nutrition. Always think about nutrition. That's important. I love nutrition. What can I tell you? So I'm going to do, while it's hot, I'm just going to add about 2 cups of baby spinach. Then I'm going to mix it around. The heat of this dish is going to cook the spinach. Hey, look, this barley risotto. Hey, I still got those air quotes. This barley risotto. It's not really risotto. Risotto's a rice. So, you can leave a comment in the comment section, but I understand. It's not really a risotto. Okay. Reason why we call it risotto? You get more money on the menu. Hey, listen, you're inviting friends over. Tell them, I'm making barley risotto. They'll say, ooh, they'll be very impressed. It's baked barley. No big deal. But you impress them with the language. Also, don't forget, almost vegan means we flavored the dish with lamb. When I tasted that barley, that lamb flavor really came through. And I only used a very little bit of lamb. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to dish this up. I'm going to eat it. My wife will be home any second. She's going to love this. Okay. I'll see you next video. Hey, you want a nice video to watch? Another almost vegan video. Check out the pasta marinara video. Same concept. We make a pasta marinara and then we put a fried egg on top. Almost vegan. When you cut the fried egg open, the yolk kind of makes the sauce. So, it's not quite vegan, but It really adds to the dish. And it's one egg. It's not the end of the world. That's what Almost Vegan's about. Check out that video. I'll catch you there. Yeah, it's a good video. This is a good dish. Enjoy.